If you're thinking of moving to Southern Ohio, here are the 5 things people don't find out until after they move here.
And I want to be clear, these aren't the 5 reasons Jackson is great. Some of these are genuine surprises, things that change what people thought they knew about Southern Ohio.
So if you have a picture in your head of what this part of Ohio looks like, stick around, because I promise at least 2 of these are going to update that picture.
Quick note on who you're hearing from. I'm Kelly Wiley. I've been doing real estate in Jackson County for 20 plus years.
And I'm Emma Wiley. I grew up here and I just came back after grad school. I spent a year living abroad during that time. I had every opportunity to go somewhere else and I came back here.
We make up the Wiley Group, and between us, we have over 26 years of experience buying, selling, and living in Southern Ohio. We want to share all of those insights with you so you can see if moving to Southern Ohio is right for you and your family. Let's get started.
Number 1, the outdoor access. Because when most people hear Southern Ohio, they picture flat farmland. Maybe a pond. That's not what we have.
Jackson County is inside Ohio's unglaciated plateau. What that means is sandstone cliffs, ravines, real forest. We have Lake Catherine State Nature Preserve with 2,000 acres, cliffs up to 65 feet, trails through terrain that look like it belongs in a national park. Nobody outside the region knows it exists.
We also have Jackson Lake State Park, which is almost 1,000 acres, a 113-acre reservoir, 8 miles of maintained trail. And we have Lake Alma. You can be on a trail in the morning and back downtown for lunch. Like, genuinely, it's that close.
And here's the one thing I want people to really hear. Everybody goes to Hocking Hills. Everybody. It's gotten so busy and so expensive that on a fall weekend, you're fighting for a parking spot. But here in Jackson and Vinton County, it's basically the next Hocking Hills. Same geology, same cabin culture, with a fraction of the crowd and the price. That window is open right now. It won't be forever.
And it's not just hiking. It's kayaking, fishing, mountain biking out on the Scioto Trail State Forest. There are 26 miles of trail out there. People drive from Columbus specifically to use them, and we just live here.
I want people moving here that have kids to hear this. This is the kind of place where your kids actually get to grow up outside, not in front of a screen, not in a car, outside. There is no shortage of things to do if you're willing to go do them.
Yeah.
Number 2, the price gap. And I'm not just talking about homes. Although homes here are around half the national median, I'm talking about the whole cost of life.
Like everything?
Everything. The overall cost of living in Jackson is about 26% below the national average. Groceries are running around 17% cheaper. Utilities, healthcare, all lower. Wow. If you make your income from anywhere other than Jackson and you move here, every dollar that you earn goes further than it did before you moved.
So here's how I think about it. If you are making $80,000 a year in Columbus, moving to Jackson is like waking up and your salary magically becomes $108,000. Your check didn't change, your life just got bigger.
And that's exactly what it is. And people don't realize it until they've been here about 6 months and they look at what's in their savings account versus what was there before. It compounds. It's not just the mortgage, it's everything.
Which is the whole remote work math that nobody was saying out loud a few years ago. Your salary doesn't change, your purchasing power does. And that's not a small thing.
And this is a different conversation than cheap houses, because cheap houses is a real estate pitch. What I'm telling you is your entire cost of life goes down. That is a financial decision.
Number 3, and this one is specifically for anyone working remotely or hybrid. Jackson to Columbus, 75 miles, about an hour and 22 minutes.
People don't know that.
Nobody knows that. I've had people call me thinking it was 2.5 hours. They look it up on their phone mid-conversation and go quiet. 75 miles.
What that means in practice is if you need to be in Columbus, say 2 or 3 days a week, you can do that from here. Half the home price, an hour and 22 on the highway, and you're back to your front porch by evening.
And Route 35 is a pretty good road. People who drive that regularly, they get used to it fast. It becomes like a decompression time. A podcast, phone call, coffee. A lot of people I've talked to after they moved said they actually like the drive.
And you're also saving. Depending on the comparison, somewhere around $800 to $1,200 a month on your housing. So even if you're spending, say, $250 to $300 a month on gas for those commute days, you're still so far ahead that it's not even close.
And the people who figure this out, they don't want to tell everyone right away. They want the prices to stay where they are. I've had clients begin their home search in the Columbus or the Circleville area that ultimately decided to purchase in Southern Ohio because that drive to price ratio just made sense.
Yes, and I've had many clients who purchase their second homes in Southern Ohio and they love it here. They hop in a car, drive a little over an hour, and escape the city for the weekend.
Okay, we're 3 of 5. The next 2 are the ones that actually surprise people who already lived here. Stay with us. Number 4, and this one you cannot Google. When you move to Jackson, you will know your neighbors within about 3 months. Not in a polite wave way, in a they show up with food when something goes wrong type of way.
That's not a marketing line.
No.
That's what people report after they move here. For example, Emma has clients right now that are purchasing a home in Jackson. They rave about the local pub, coffee shops, and have already talked to the fire department about volunteer opportunities.
They already love Jackson. I think that people who move from big cities expect that small town community thing to be a little performative, like friendly but not actually close, and Jackson is not like that. People have roots here that are 3 generations deep. When you move in, they do extend those roots to you.
And it shows up in ways that you don't expect. Your neighbor has a truck and helps you move something. A local business owner remembers your name after the second visit. The person at the hardware store knows what you're trying to fix and tells you which part you actually need. It's a different texture to daily life.
And then there are things like the Apple Festival. It's one of the biggest festivals in all of Ohio. People drive in from everywhere for it. But for people who live here, it's just fall. It's just what September looks like. You don't have to travel to have an experience because this experience is local.
The flip side, and I want to be honest, people know your business.
Yes.
If you move here wanting to be anonymous, that's not really how it goes. But if you move here wanting to belong somewhere, and that is what a lot of people are actually looking for right now, it happens here faster than anywhere I've seen in 20 years of doing this. And number 5, this one's for the people who want a place that has a story, not just a zip code. Jackson has history that can't be replicated.
Like what? Give them one.
Okay, we have Sears and Roebuck catalog homes. 100 years ago, you could order a house from a literal mail order catalog that have the whole thing shipped on a train in pieces. We have those homes, fully lived in neighborhoods right now. You can buy one, not a replica, the original.
And we have Leo petroglyphs, 37 Native American carvings, 700 years old from the Fort Ancient culture. On the National Register of Historic Places, about 15 minutes from downtown Jackson, most people who live in Ohio have never even heard of it.
Buckeye Furnace, an 1852 iron blast furnace from the Hanging Rock Iron region, fully restored with a museum. This whole region was the industrial heart of America. The iron they made here went into things that built this country. You are literally living on that ground.
And that's the thing that surprises people from cities who think history means New England or the coasts. Southern Ohio has been inhabited, worked, and lived in for thousands of years. This soil has stories.
There's also just a built environment here that takes time. The architecture, the downtown bones, the old church buildings, you either have 100 years of that or you don't. Jackson has it. The suburbs, someone moving out of it, they were cornfields 40 years ago.
I feel like people from bigger cities spend a lot of money trying to live somewhere with that kind of depth. It's just here. It's in the air.
So there are 5 things people don't find out until after they move. The nature that surprises everyone, the total cost of life gap, the Columbus drive time, the community that's real and not just friendly, and the history that you have to build from scratch somewhere else.
If any of those 5 changed how you're thinking about this, drop a comment and tell us which one. And subscribe, because we've got more where that came from. Next video, we're going neighborhood by neighborhood, where to look depending on what you need, whether that's walkable downtown, land, good schools, or the cabin life. All of it.